Hi everyone, welcome to our lesson number 38. My name is Professor Robert, and in today's lesson, we will learn factoring, trinomials, that are squares of binomials. All right, let's dive into it. First of all, we will do it by using two very fundamental formulas and factoring them. Now, the first one will be x squared plus 2xy plus y squared. Now, this can be factored to produce two squares. So in this case, we say here we have x. So to get x squared, we need one x there and another x there. And also, at the end of our multiplication of these two expressions here, we will need a y there and another y there, because y times y will give us y squared. Now, because everywhere it's addition, excuse me, um, it's appropriate that we also have addition signs in there. Now, of course, by using the distributive property, x times x will give us x squared, and then x times y give us xy, and then y times x will give us another xy, and then y times y will give us y squared, which this expression here will get reduced to x squared plus 2xy plus y squared. So our answer here is right, or we can rewrite it as x plus y squared. Okay, now let's look at a second formula, which is very, very important, formula number 2. Now, formula number 2 is very similar to the first one here we got. But it has a negative element, and that's x squared. Instead of plus 2xy, it has got minus xy plus y squared. So that means we need to find two different expressions that are similar that will give us back this expression here. So we look at our x here and say, okay, we'll have our x there and another x there, because once we multiply x by x, we'll get x squared. But then we also have a y there. So we have y and then we have y here. Now, the issue is we need to have 2x minus 2x. So we can only do that if we can have minus signs in both parentheses. The reason being that this expression will become x times x, which is x squared, which we have here, and then x times minus y will be minus xy, and then minus y times x will give us minus xy, and then minus y times minus y will give us positive y squared. So this expression here can be reduced to x squared minus 2xy plus y squared. So that means this expression here, x minus y multiplied by x minus y, can be reduced to x minus y squared. Okay, now finally, let's try a living example so that we don't only use x's and y's, but yeah. Let's suppose we have a squared minus 6a plus 9, and we are asked to factor or to factorize this expression. Now, in this case, what we have to do is to look at our example here and try to see how we can use it to achieve what we want. So you can clearly see that this example here can be written as a squared minus 2 into 3a plus 9. So this expression here now looks exactly like the second example we had here. So we can use the result we got in our second example to solve this problem. So it will be x rather a, and then you'll have plus the square root of uh, 9, which will be 3. And because we have a negative there, then this will be negative 3. And so this can be written as a plus 3, and then a minus 3. Now, in this, oops. Is this one to be positive? Sorry about that. It will be negative, and then this one will also be negative, because negative 3 times negative 3 will give us positive uh, 9. And so this expression here can now be written as a minus 3 squared as our answer. All right. Now, if this lesson has helped you, don't forget to like, share with anyone you think needs it, and subscribe for more algebra made simple. And see you in our next lesson. And bye for now.